It's where you're really probably going to start seeing the battle of attrition start meaning more, when neither team is really getting a foothold. Start looking at the boost pads are bump out of bump to secure a victory. First killer will score and Rogue will take the game.
And you want to talk about a big brain play from Kronovi. He sets up first killer so nicely with that pass, and then he goes for the kill in the net, bumps out the last defender, opens it wide open for first killer to come through and put it away, and Rogue will strike first.
That is, that probably is any moment. If you're Rogue, you got to keep that foot on the pedal on the floor. Typical getting up by AXB, and game of inches. You just keep them down for a few seconds, and that's all you need.
And a great beat here from Typical. Gets around 2 and then lets this ball come through the midfield, and he checks to see where that last defender is.
Rogue back over to the blue half. AXB ends up backflipping. He actually gets back to the shot, and everybody pulled up on Rogue. Kronovi was expecting a touch. He came out of net.
Well, first killer was still rotating back, and he thought Turinturo was going to get this touch, so he pushes forward, and I think Kronovi bought into it as well.
Ball out. First killer will do so for a little bit, but a good carry from Arsenal in the corner. It keeps it close, trying to wrap around it. Typical pop, goal, and it's the third for Space Station.
And look at this touch from Arsenal. It's kind of an awkward angle because he approaches from the right side, gets a little flip reset. Typical's there as well and gets a touch, and with all
way he flipped, he probably wanted Kronovi on that pass, the way Kronovi bit at it. And the pass, Arsenal back to Typical and off the crossbar and in. And Space Station, it's an easy walk in the park in game 2.
And Jorby, you're talking about the little touches. Look at Typical here, comes to a stop and lets that ball go right into him and bounce it off the crossbar. Put it in.
Offense from Space Station this time. Rogue, they're gonna have to contend a little bit longer with Space Station, as we will have at least a game 4 in this set. We're all tied up in the series as soon as the ball touches the ground.
And for Rogue, there's a lot to think about coming out of this game, because I feel like Space Station definitely picked up the pace, started playing a lot better. You saw those passes, quick passes too. They were even in their own half breaking out, finding space in the midfield, and then ultimately in the final third, Space Station game and looked the best that they've looked in this.
From Space Station. And here's Turinturo again. Back over to Kronovi, challenged by AXB. So tough to get in front of the box, but Turin got the bump. At first, will sneak it in. Rogue get the first goal.
And you can see this extended pressure from Rogue. Ever since that touch from Space Station that put him back in their own half, Rogue have locked them down. And it's
touch. Typical pass to AXB, too far in front, but he'll make the dunk touch to bang it off the backboard. It'll be Rogue's ball on the turnaround. Turin, flip reset into the net, top shelf beauty.
Go off, young man. Look at the flip reset from Turo as he's spinning downfield, and Arsenal left to watch him put it away, top shelf.
But poor Kronovi's always running out of boosts. Not that it matters when you got someone on the back wall to defend, but a couple attempted double touches where he just didn't have the resources, and Typical will actually punch this in as the ball came rolling around the box.
And a great play here from Space Station. You see AXB trying to get a piece of the defense, then Arsenal comes through, tries to get a piece of the defense, and that leaves
AXB up high, plays it out to the side. Probably not the touch he wanted. The time will run out, and Rogue will take series advantage, in danger of taking Space Station out of this tournament.
Yeah, and Rogue, this was a scrappy game. They started off hot, but you could see Space Station really claw their way. And what you were saying just a minute ago, Jorby, that game 1, I think, was just a testament of what we're seeing now. Trading blows here in this series, and a great drop down from Typical, and AXB gonna put it home for Space Station.
It's a beautiful pass from Typical. Again, the control, the ball control, keeping yourself right behind the ball, giving yourself the best. Space Station was ready for it. It's just killing a little more time off the clock. It's Typical. Kept it close on the flick. It's beautiful from Typical.
He did it to him.
And it's, yeah.
He did it to him. Typical beats one, then just beats Kronovi by a country mile on this challenge and puts it up and over. Kronovi was the Rogues defense struggling to contend with this Space Station offense.
Well, it certainly is starting to feel, like a clock where it's like the tick is for Rogue, the talk is for Space Station. AXB will put in a third. When they're feeling it, they're good.
And again, AXB, great shot here. The defense from Rogue, not
garbage time in Rocket League. With time running out here with a 3-goal lead. And the pattern continues. It started with a Rogue win, and it ended with a Space Station win, and we just went back and forth, Corelli. And I want to say that Rogue fans, that's a great passing play, and you should love that. And cherish that.
So,
yeah,
there's a difference.
Gibbs just likes to antagonize everybody, and you know, Gibbs is the only guy who can antagonize everyone, and everyone would still love him. SSG, they take the win here in Game 4, and you know, this is a loser semifinal. The loser here is out of the tournament. Rogue really trying to make a statement. And
time has just flown by here, coming up on 3.5 minutes. 16 shots for Rogue now, and first killer in a dangerous position with full boost. He's gonna push it down. Second touch from first killer, and sends Rogue on.
The young gun brought out the bazooka off the ceiling, bouncer off the ground, get wrecked.
What
Rogue
a way.
takes down Space Station. Oh
wow. Absolutely in awe here, Jorby. I cannot begin. There is so